Akiyama Shinichi. Like most of you, he doesn't have exaggerated acting skills nor high physical strength and can often make mistakes and adapt to situations. So for this video, I've decided to read Liar Game twice in order to fully understand Akiyama's methods for excelling at mind games. In fact, in the conclusion of the final battle of Liar Game, Akiyama stated that this concept is indeed fundamental. Even from the start, Akiyama emphasized that people should be doubted, and many people misunderstand this concept. Doubting people is simply a part of trying to get to know them, question them, suspect them, and take a good, long look into their hearts. How can you read people when you don't even know them? During the minority game, Akiyama doubted Nao's intentions. Knowing Nao well, he anticipated that she would still participate in the game. Therefore, he intervened to stop her. He always starts preparing for the game by getting to know his enemy. To him, his main enemy is the LGT office, so he questions them, and later on, he observes the participants in the game. This fundamental is also the reason why Nao starts to become smarter. She recognizes Yokoya's strong sense of pride. As you can see, it's not only Akiyama and Nao who take this into account, even some characters you know. For example, in Death Note, L deduces that Light is childish and has a god complex. During the Lind L. Taylor incident, Light Yagami doesn't even apply this fundamental, which turns out to be his biggest mistake and proves that L's deduction is correct. To efficiently practice this skill, keep your intentions simple. You're doubting the other person to get to know them. Quick thinking is essential in mind games because it enables you to adapt quickly, strategize effectively, and solve problems efficiently. It allows you to respond promptly to your opponent's moves, anticipate future actions, and exploit any mistakes. While fictional characters may possess exaggerated intelligence, it is possible to develop quick thinking through practice and various techniques. For example, in Liar Game, there's still a small possibility that you could devise complex strategies or calculations, like this, and this. But I know you suck at math, or maybe not. The goal isn't necessarily to become like Akiyama, but rather to develop quick thinking skills. Although there are so many ways to develop quick thinking skills, instead of those common suggestions, I'll share with you the secret. For example, have you ever been in a situation where you're doing something, and suddenly a complex idea becomes clear and makes perfect sense in just a second? If you are a gamer, when playing your favorite game, everything becomes clear, can predict what will happen next, and strategize effortlessly. This often occurs when you're in the zone. Well, the secret behind quick thinking lies in how deeply you understand the rules. When discussing rules in this context, it refers to the underlying principles, guidelines, or strategies relevant to a particular situation or activity. Grandmaster chess players exhibit exceptional quick thinking because they thoroughly understand the rules. This understanding allows them to recognize patterns, develop effective strategies, and excel in gameplay. Similarly, Faker demonstrates remarkable quick thinking in gaming because he has a deep understanding of the game's rules and mechanics. This knowledge enables him to grasp the meta and devise winning strategies. Understanding the rules is as important as understanding the people. If you plan to enhance your quick thinking through problem solving with chess, it's essential to thoroughly familiarize yourself with the rules of chess. As seen with Light Yagami in Death Note, he thoroughly familiarizes himself with and experiments with the Death Note's rules before devising his plans. Similarly, in Liar Game, Akiyama always strives to understand the game he is playing, experimenting with various strategies and approaches. This approach allows both characters to demonstrate quick thinking effectively. Characters like Akiyama Shinichi excel in the application of psychological warfare. While humans can put on great acts, as soon as something unexpected happens, they react completely true to their nature. This is an undeniable fact. Actually, there are numerous tactics for psychological warfare depending on the situation, making it worthwhile to create a separate video dedicated to this topic. However, The key principle is putting people in an abnormal state of mind. No matter how calm or cautious a person is, when placed in an abnormal situation, they become weak and vulnerable. This vulnerability makes it easier to predict their thoughts and actions. I suggest reading psychological books such as these. Also, watching and reading psychological mysteries or thrillers can be highly beneficial. Additional tip: as for Akiyama, among all the tactics of psychological warfare, there is one tactic he predominantly uses: bluffing. In almost every game he plays, he bluffs consistently. However, mastering this skill is easier said than done. Akiyama has perfected the art of knowing how and when to bluff, to the point where people can't discern whether his bluff is genuine or deceptive. You may be smart and capable of devising big-brain strategies and complex tactics, but without this mindset, it will be difficult to carry them out. Let's consider Light Yagami, for example. How many of you could effectively hold Ray Penber hostage in an underground section of Shinjuku Station and persuade him not to turn around? If you were Yuuichi Katagiri, how many of you could truly break your finger while cornering the captain of Group K in the hide-and-seek game? Yeah, I get it. True, those examples are fictional. However, what I'm getting at is that there are times when you might have a plan, but lack the confidence to execute it. My advice is to start by building confidence first. Watch YouTube tutorials like this one, and then put what you learn into practice.